Michael, am I entitled to...
Yeah, please. Boleh, Prof, yes.
I may not be Gen Y.
No, but...
I am Gen Y at heart. Anyway, look, what I wanted to ask or comment is with regards to, you have the Generation Y, and you have entrepreneurship, and you have people out there whom you mentioned, either the golden girls or the golden goose or the golden man and woman, whatever else. And are they an impediment to, or they would be supportive in terms of actually giving headway and leeway for this generation to come up? And they become strategic partner rather than, putting aside and say, well, this generation Y really good at saying things, technology savvy and whatnot, but they have not gone through the hearts and the,
Yes.
life. They have not gone through life.
Yes.
And in that context, would you, you're still very young. You have started, you mentioned 2010. Would there be a time in which you say, I am burnt out? Maybe 2 or 3 questions I put in, just for comments.
Okay. All right, thank you, Prof. Thank you. Very relevant questions. Number one is because I'm doing a research now with 14 of Malaysia's public listed companies, and we are actually researching on them how receptive they are towards their Gen Y opinion. And these are all board of directors in their 70s and 80s, yeah. So mereka ni lembaga pemegang amanah for all these companies, But it's quite interesting. Now, I think number one is it's a cultural mentality that we have here. And it's not only in Malaysia, it's in Asia in general, where even in China, people have this term. Mereka cakap orang tua ni sudah makan lebih banyak garam dari you makan beras. Alright? So you should listen. Now I can tell you this, I think a lot of factors came in, but one of the main factors is the portrayal of youths. How is that so? In the media today, you get to see youths are usually the people protesting on the street lah, buat kerja-kerja tak senonoh ni. Unfortunately, they are all the young people. When it comes out in newspapers, semua ni orang-orang pemuda-pemudi youth. Now, when these people are portrayed, or what I would say showcased in this media, how are you going to expect the older generation to take them seriously? So this is another job for another group of youths. The more moderate, the ones who have achieved a certain degree of success, to actually share their opinion, to talk some sense, to collaborate with this older generation, to convince them, give us a chance. I think one of the major players here is the mainstream media. Kalau boleh, highlight more stories of successful young people. Highlight more stories of people that strive on doing better things for the community and the country. Interview them, showcase them more. But they always say in the media, the news that sells are all the bad news. So unfortunately, kalau ada pemuda yang buat kerja yang tak senonoh ni, they put up everything. And we are at a losing end. So I believe all of us here, we have a role to play. Yeah? But never lose out the fact, the golden goose, as you would say, Prof, it's still very relevant. But I think even for the golden goose, they need to understand that this age is very different compared from the baby boomers and Gen X, where the computer is not as advanced or revolutionizing as what we have today. How is that so? For those of them born in the baby boomers or Gen X age, they have more wisdom. Nothing can defeat that. Nothing can dispute that. But one thing though, they were born in a generation when they know how things were done. For all of us here in Gen Y, the first thing that we were born from the late 1980s onwards, we were born with the mindset of a computer, of a handphone. We were during those early ages. We do not carry the burden of knowing how things used to be done. We bring in new perspectives. We are ready to discover, to explore what we can do with the technologies that were born during our adolescence, during our early days, which evolved until today, the iPhone 5, the Samsung Pad, whatever. So the conclusion here is this: work collaboratively with the Gen X and the baby boomers. You need to be more diplomatic. They have seen the world more than us. We respect them. At the same time, we need to invite them to come with us and to share with them our perspective of doing things. We are new, kita belum cukup matang lagi, but at least we are exposed towards doing things that they may not be exposed. Oftentimes, Gen X, baby boomers gaduh dengan Gen Y ni because it's always confrontation. You know, if you talk about politics, they always say, now berikan suara kepada pemuda-pemudi. That is a confrontation. And when you confront someone, you create a resistance. Why confront? Invite them into the discussion. My mentors are all still older than me. So I hope that answered the question, number one. Number two is, whether I feel burned out. Ada. Let me give you an example. Last year kat Peru, ni kat cerita kat Peru. So if you remember, I was building wells for families. Yeah, this was part of a competition I won from the UK, where they wanted to crown the world's global youth icon. And when they say global, they meant 168 countries, and they chose from 45,000 candidates. Satu perempuan, satu lelaki. So I believe Malaysia, we earned our spot there. Now, what was interesting? Global youth icon, ni bagi title. When I was building wells in Peru, I had Malaysians messaging me on Facebook saying, your ibu bapa kerja begitu keras, kerja begitu kuat, hantar you pergi belajar, dapat degree, you balik you pergi bina perigi ke? How do you think I feel? I feel demotivated, man. I feel like crying. And these are not overseas, these are our own Malaysians. They are not even Gen Y, they are baby boomers. Saying that to me, no doubt they have a perspective. Bila you dah achieve satu status, you tak boleh lagi. But hey, for those, you remember the water tank story in Peru? If we work with their municipal council, it takes months for them to send water to them. Months. Their kids would have missed out so much. You build a well, in 2 weeks they get clean water. Which one would you choose? You ask yourself. As a human being lah, ni appealing as a human being. You want to see them suffer for 2 months because of your status? I am good, I am grand, I only talk to the president. Or you want to do something that can immediately help them. Same with entrepreneurship. I belum ready nak launch ni, belum ready ni nak compete dengan Facebook ni, belum ready launch lagi. You tunggulah. Start small. Start small, fail fast, fail early, but recover fast. Okay? Hope I answered your question, Prof.
Yes, you did, and I think you do your parents proud. And if you are my son, I am very proud.
Wow, thank you.